Top 5 most dangerous volcanoes. Ready to explode volcanoes are some of the most powerful natural forces on Earth. Their eruptions have shaped continents, destroyed civilizations, and altered climates. While many remain dormant for centuries, others are restless giants, showing signs of activity that could unleash catastrophic destruction at any moment. In this script, we will explore the top 5 most dangerous volcanoes ready to explode, their terrifying histories, the threats they pose today, and what might happen if they erupt again. Mount Vesuvius, Italy's sleeping monster. When people think of dangerous volcanoes, Mount Vesuvius immediately comes to mind. Located near Naples, Italy, this volcano is infamous for its catastrophic eruption in 79 AD, which buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum under ash and pumice. Thousands of people perished, their final moments preserved for eternity. Today, Vesuvius looms over 3 million residents who live within its reach, making it one of the most densely populated volcanic areas in the world. Experts warn that another eruption could cause devastation on an unimaginable scale. Even a moderate event could unleash pyroclastic flows, superheated clouds of dust and ash that move faster than a jet and incinerate everything in their path. The most recent eruption occurred in 1944, but scientists believe pressure is once again building inside the volcano. Italian authorities closely monitor seismic activity, and emergency evacuation plans are in place. However, experts worry that the sheer size of Naples makes rapid evacuation nearly impossible. If Vesuvius were to erupt explosively again, it could become one of the worst natural disasters in modern history. Mount Rainier, the ice-covered giant of the United States. Standing at 14,411 feet, 4,392 meters. Mount Rainier is the tallest peak in Washington state, and one of the most dangerous volcanoes in North America. Unlike Vesuvius, Rainier has not erupted in centuries, but its deadly potential lies in its icy slopes and massive glaciers. If Rainier erupts, the combination of heat and ice could unleash lahars, rivers of mud, rock, and melted ice that can flow down valleys at terrifying speeds. These lahars have the power to bury entire towns and cities. The last major lahar from Rainier reached what is now Tacoma and Seattle, covering vast areas with thick deposits. Today, over 80,000 people live directly on ancient lahar paths. Scientists warn that even without a massive eruption, smaller volcanic events or landslides could trigger catastrophic mud flows. The U.S. Geological Survey considers Mount Rainier a decade volcano, meaning it is one of the world's most dangerous and closely studied. Its beauty attracts climbers and tourists, but beneath its icy crown lies a destructive force waiting to be unleashed. Mount Merapi, Indonesia's fire mountain. Nicknamed the Mountain of Fire, Mount Merapi in central Java, Indonesia, is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Standing at 2,930 meters, 9,610 feet, Merapi erupts frequently, often with devastating results. The region is heavily populated, with millions living in its shadow, making each eruption a humanitarian crisis. One of Merapi's deadliest eruptions occurred in 2010, killing over 350 people and displacing hundreds of thousands. Pyroclastic flows roared down its slopes, obliterating villages in seconds. The volcano has since shown repeated signs of unrest, with glowing lava domes, ash plumes, and tremors indicating that pressure beneath the surface continues to build. Unlike some dormant giants, Merapi's danger lies in its constant activity. Farmers cultivate fertile volcanic soil at its base, while cultural and spiritual ties keep communities nearby. This makes evacuation efforts challenging, as people often return too quickly even after eruptions. Experts warn that a future large-scale eruption could affect not only Java, but also disrupt air traffic across Southeast Asia, as volcanic ash clouds can drift for hundreds of miles. Popocatépetl, Mexico's smoking mountain. In Mexico, the name Popocatépetl, meaning smoking mountain in the Aztec language, strikes both awe and fear. Located just 70 kilometers from Mexico City, home to over 22 million people, Popocatépetl is one of the most closely monitored volcanoes in the world. This volcano has erupted repeatedly in modern history, with its most recent significant activity occurring throughout the 1990s, 2000s, and even into the 2020s. Each eruption sends columns of ash thousands of feet into the sky, often forcing airports to shut down and blanketing nearby towns. What makes Popocatépetl especially dangerous is its proximity to Mexico City. While the capital itself might not be hit directly by lava flows, the ash and pyroclastic surges could cause mass disruption. Ash clouds can collapse roofs, contaminate water supplies, and cripple transportation networks. In the worst-case scenario, a massive eruption could cause chaos across central Mexico, threatening millions of lives. Myth and legend also surround Popocatépetl. It is paired with a neighboring mountain, Iztaccíhuatl, in an ancient Aztec love story. But beyond the romance lies a deadly reality. The volcano is restless, and experts warn it is capable of producing an eruption on the scale of Mount Vesuvius. Yellowstone supervolcano, the ticking time bomb of the USA. No list of dangerous volcanoes would be complete without the Yellowstone supervolcano located in Wyoming, USA. Unlike cone-shaped volcanoes, Yellowstone is a caldera, a massive volcanic depression formed by past supereruptions. The last eruption occurred over 640,000 years ago, and its effects were felt worldwide. Scientists estimate that a future super-eruption at Yellowstone could eject enough ash and debris to cover the entire United States under several feet of volcanic material. The explosion would also release toxic gases into the atmosphere, block sunlight, and trigger a volcanic winter that could last for years. Crops would fail, temperatures would plummet, and global food supplies could collapse. While the chances of a super eruption in our lifetime are extremely low, Yellowstone remains active. Geysers, hot springs, and frequent earthquakes remind us that molten magma is simmering beneath the surface. The caldera is carefully monitored by the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, which tracks ground deformation, gas emissions, and seismic activity. Even without a super eruption, smaller hydrothermal explosions could devastate local areas, and ash clouds could still affect air travel and agriculture. Yellowstone is not just America's most famous national park, it is also a ticking geological time bomb. Conclusion: living with volcanoes. Volcanoes are both creators and destroyers. They build new land, fertilize soil, and shape landscapes. But they also hold the power to wipe out cities and alter the climate. The 5 volcanoes we've discussed, Mount Vesuvius, Mount Rainier, Mount Merapi, Popocatépetl, and Yellowstone, are not just geological wonders, they are looming threats to millions of lives. Scientists continue to monitor them with satellites, sensors, and seismic instruments. But predicting the exact moment of eruption remains one of nature's greatest mysteries. For the communities living in their shadows, the threat is constant, and preparedness is essential.